So, but okay. So this class I know is for San Mateo libraries. I know sometimes one or two people join from LA or other places, but some of you may be at work. So I call it chair yoga, but it could also be office yoga if you're at your desk. So feel free. If you're at a home office, you may be able to turn off your ringer, close your eyes, and enjoy. Okay, so for the chair yoga or office yoga, if you're at work, we're just going to start sitting nice and tall. If you're at home and have the option of a couch versus chair, always go for the chair if you can for chair yoga so that you can sit tall. So you're not kind of collapsing back, but you're going to sit a little bit forward on the chair, rest your hands on the legs, and then just feel the feet grounding down on the floor. If you have the option to be barefoot, I would go for the barefoot just so you can really feel your feet on the ground. But if you're at work or in a public setting, you may not be able to. Wherever you are, let's just close the eyes for a moment and take some slow, deep breaths in and out through the nose. And just start to feel your body. So as you inhale, just notice your feet, notice your legs. And notice your hips and back. So let's sway a little bit. Keep your eyes closed, but just sway a little bit side to side. Rock right to left side. And then find the body centered, letting the eyes close. Feel the buttocks in the chair. Feel the feet on the ground. Feel the breath. Connecting to the body, let's place the hands on the stomach now. And as you inhale, push the belly forward into the hands. So start to expand the lower abdomen on the inhalation, relaxing on the exhalation. So think of a balloon right behind the navel and you're pushing it forward on inhale, pulling it back on exhale. And try that a few times. Push the stomach forward with the inhalation. Pull the navel in now. So as you inhale, the belly out. As you exhale, let the air out. And then at the end of exhale, when you feel like there's no more air, pull the navel in towards the spine. So you're inhale, expanding, exhale fully. And at the end of exhale, pull the navel to spine so you can get a little more air out the belly. Lower abdominal breath. Just try a few more on your own. Try 3 more rounds, breathing in. Exhale fully. At the end of exhale, pull the navel to the spine. And then release your hands on the legs. And now just closing the eyes, concentrating on the breath. You can breathe any way that's comfortable, but try to breathe through the nose. A little slower inhalation than your normal rhythm, a little longer exhalation. And then slowly open the eyes, kind of look down towards the floor, let the light back in slowly. And you're sliding back against your chair, scoot forward again on your chair, and just let your arms relax alongside your body. So we're going to start with our joint warm-up. So start sitting tall. Start with some shoulder circles, big circles. And then add the arms. Circle the hands back. Big circles, maybe a little bigger now, warming up the shoulders. And then go forward with the shoulders, circling. And then add the arms, little circles with the arms, or big circles with the arms. And then shake the arms out. Now lift your hands in the air, circle the fingers. And then go the other direction, circling. Wrist rotations. And then now we're gonna squeeze and stretch your hands. Squeeze and stretch, squeeze and stretch, hand strengtheners. And if you're typing or at the computer all day, keep doing that. I'm gonna keep those hands moving. And now, as fast as you can, squeeze, stretch, squeeze, stretch. Okay, good. Shake it out. And just a little hand exercise now. We're gonna touch each fingertip. Touch thumb to the first finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky. Go as fast as you can. And then release, shake it out. Okay, now knees. Someone asked for knee exercises today. So let's first warm up our knees. Let's sit nice and tall. Bring your hand under the knee, sit tall. And first just let your legs swing. It's just to release the knee joint, swing back and forth. And then stretch the leg out, sit tall, and now circle the toes. And then switch. So you bring your hand under the knee, sit tall. And then for the knee joint, swing the foot back and forth. Da Vinci. And then circle the toes, stretch your leg out, Da Vinci. Come here, Da Vinci. I have a special guest today for the class to join us. My favorite dog in the world, Da Vinci. This is my father's senior dog, standard poodle. He's going to join us for yoga today. All right, and then release, and now lift one knee up, the other, let's bring your left knee up, sit as tall as you can, sit tall, and then make circles with your left knee, circling in the air. Look what Da Vinci does, by the way. Keep circling your knee. He goes, this is his dog hug. He puts his head on my leg. It's so sweet. This is the Da Vinci hug. Let me do my yoga. Okay, circle both directions before you switch legs. When you're ready, you switch legs, the other leg lifts, and then you circle. This is for your hip and sciatic joint. Go the other way. When you've done both legs, both directions, sit tall. And then now lift your knee up and down. Few times, and then lift the knee as high as you can. If you're more comfortable with the knee to the armpit, that's fine. But bring your hand now on the shin, and then lift the knee up as you sit tall. You can move it to the armpit and back to center a few times. And then lower the foot down. Close your eyes a moment. Notice the right hip joint compared to the left from that. And then we'll switch. Lift the other leg up. Lift the knee up and down. And then bring your hand under the knee. Bring your knee to the armpit. Sit as tall as you can. This is for your hip joint. And then move the knee side to side. Back to the center of chest and to the armpit. Back and forth. And then release. Close the eyes a moment. Observe your knees and your hips, your legs and your ankle from those movements. And now we're going to do a few simple neck exercises. Start by sitting tall. And then just simply move your head side to side, neck turns. Da Vinci's head is dog bombing us in the screen. Da Vinci, turn the head side to side. Good boy. Side to side. Go back from side to side. Okay, then now little circles in the air with your nose. Just releasing your neck. You're sitting tall, circle your nose. Like you're drawing a circle in the air and go the other direction. Da Vinci. Da Vinci. And then now a neck stretch. Stretch your hands towards the floor. Drop your left ear to the left shoulder. And then hold and breathe. And then switch, drop your right ear to the right shoulder. Just relax. Keep stretching your hands to the floor. Hold and breathe. And then release. And close your eyes a moment. Observe the neck. Relax and observe the neck. Okay, now we're going to do a few seated sun salutations. We'll start with seated and then we'll do standing if you like. So start by sitting nice and tall. Ground the feet. Inhale, stretch the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring the palms together. Stretch the arms up and back, little spinal flexibility, and then forward bend. But the first round, we're going to do some chair push-ups, strengthening the arms. So bring your hands on your thigh, squeeze the elbows towards you, go halfway down. And for the chair push-ups, before we finish our sun salute, just about 10 times, we're going to go up and down. We're going to do this between our rounds today to get some extra bicep strength. You're going up and down, push off your hands, up and down. This is a way to do push-ups without getting on the ground, without needing hand weights to strengthen your arms. Okay, and then hold the forward bend. If you want to go further, touch your toes. Relax your neck. And then sitting tall. Da Vinci doesn't know what's going on. Da Vinci is yoga. Okay, now lift your right leg up. Seated lunge. And then switch left leg. Sit tall. Take a breath in. And release. And now mountain pose. Sit tall. Scared cat. Stretch your hands to the knees. Going to round the back, stretching the upper back. Okay, now we're going to go into the downward dog pose. You're going to lean forward, stretch your arms, palms face down. Try to move the arms towards the ears. Gazing down, lengthening the spine. And then if you want to go back to forward bend, try to touch your toes or feet or floor. And then seated cobra. You're going to lift up. You're going to take your hands behind you. If you can interlock the fingers, you can stretch the hands down. Otherwise, reach your arms back. And then inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, palms to prayer. Okay, lower the arms. One more round seated. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, prayer pose. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, half forward bend. And then now here we go for second set of chair push-ups. So hug your elbows towards you. We're going to bend and straighten. Bend and straighten on your own. You spread your fingers and press into your palms, not the fingers. You'll create a little resistance to get a little more arm strength. So keep going. We're going to do more than 10 this round. Let's try 30. Especially those of you not doing arm weights. Going to get those arms strong. Chair push-ups. If you've done with about 30, go for 40. Others, if you're not done with 30, keep going till you hit at least 30. And then sit nice and tall. And then from here, let's go back to forward bend. If you want, touch your feet or the floor. Relax. And then downward dog. Sit up halfway, reach the arms forward, chin to chest, hold and breathe. And then sit tall mountain. Take your hands behind you. If you can interlock your fingers, stretch the hands down. Cobra. If you want to move your hands a little side to side. And then reach up, inhaling. Exhale, palms to prayer pose. Relax your hands down, close your eyes. Just pause a moment, observe your spine and your back. And then relax your arm. Before we do a standing pose, or some of the poses we'll do standing from sun salute, let's just do a nice little side bend here, crescent moon. So you reach your left arm up, curve to the right, looking at your left arm, holding and breathing. And then switch, lower the left arm down, inhale, reach the right arm up, and then curve to the left. Try to take the right arm by the ear, so you're getting a nice side stretch. And let's repeat. Inhale, take the left arm up, curve to the right. And inhale up, curve to the left. And up. Rest your hands on the legs, close the eyes and pause. Observe the side body, the waist you just stretched. Okay, now for those of you who need to sit, stay seated is fine. For others who are going to come up to standing, you're going to come up behind your chair. And we're going to do a round of sun salute or part. Let's just do a few of the poses actually from sun salute so we can hold a little long. So first you're going to come behind the chair. Then you're going to have your feet hip width apart. And you're going to walk your legs back, extending the spine. So downward dog, standing. If you need to sit, you reach the arms up and forward. If you're standing, you're walking the hips back, toes forward. You may want to bend the knees a bit. Get laid to the spine and then drop the head, bringing the ears between the upper arms. And then hold and breathe. If you don't need the chair or want the chair, you can rest your hand on the thigh and go into a forward bend here, sliding the hands down to the ankles or the calf, relaxing the neck. And then bring your hands back up to the chair. From down dog, you're going to walk the feet into the chair and then drop the hips. See how far down you can go into a squat. Go all the way down if that's comfortable. Just hold here a moment. It's a nice low back release. You also keep it, if your knees are okay with that, if you have knee pain, skip that. But if your knees are okay with that, keep the mobility by keep trying to squat and get down on the ground as much as you can. Okay, and then let's go back to standing. Shake the body out, shake out the arms. And just pause a moment in mountain pose. Bring your feet together. If you need the support of the chair, you could hold the chair. Just observe the body. And then we're going to do a standing crescent moon. So you're going to bring your feet together, just like we did seated. Take your right arm up and now curve to the left. Side stretch. If you don't need the chair, lower your left arm down. Otherwise, hold the chair. And then you'll switch. If you don't need the chair, just take the left arm up, curve, and hold. Crescent moon pose. And release. Shake it out. Okay, now bring your legs wide, about 3 feet wide, bend the knees. Hold the chair if you need, with one hand on the hip, otherwise both hands on the hip. And we're going to make some big circles with your hips, just loosening up the lower back. And then find center. And now we're going to do some standing lunges for leg strength. So one of you asked about knee things for the knees. To keep your front thigh muscles strong, called your quadriceps, will help your knees. You're less likely to injure your knees, or if you have knee stuff going on, this will help support the knee. But if this hurts at all, skip it or modify. Otherwise, join in with me. We're going to do a few different exercises. So the first one, you're going to take your right leg back and bend the left leg. It's high lunge posture. Move the dog bed out the way. Okay, so high lunge, right leg is back, left leg, the left leg bends. Go as wide as you can. Your right toes point forward. The hands can stay on the chair for this one. Bring the navel to spine. And now bend your right knee. Squeeze your thigh bones towards each other. High lunge, but now we're going to bend and stretch the back leg. So your right leg is going to bend and stretch and bend and stretch 10 times, strengthening the legs. If that hurts, skip it or take a seat. Maybe do 2 rounds and have a seat. Any exercise is better than none. After your 10th one, step your left leg back, down dog, stretch your back. The toes forward, the knees can bend. And then step your left foot forward for the second side. Sorry, right leg forward, second side. So your left leg is back. The toes face the chair. Relax your shoulders, bring your navel to the spine. Okay, bend your left knee, squeeze the thigh bones towards each other. You're working on balance. You're really light on the chair, so you're actually barely holding it so that the legs are doing the work, not the chair. And then your left knee is going to bend and straighten. Bend and straighten 10 times. Go at your own pace. On the 10th one, step it back, down dog. Walk it in. And then drop back down to a squat, second squat. Go all the way down if you can. This time, if you want to balance, try bringing your palms together and not holding the chair. Okay, now this next one, for those of you that are comfortable getting down on the ground, you're going to bring your knees on the floor and your hands on the chair. I'll show you the seated one we already did if you're not comfortable with your knees on the ground, or maybe you're at work or whatever's going on. So the seated version, you can lift your knee up with your hand under the knee. Okay, otherwise, if you're seated, just lift one knee up. If you're okay with your knees on the ground, go behind the chair. You can also face the chair base. And then step your left foot forward, so your left heel's under the left knee. It's a low lunge. Your right knee's on the ground, and then slide the right leg back. So you're going to stretch the right hip and psoas now. Low lunge. And then hold and breathe. If you want to try some variations, take one arm up. And then switch. And hold the lunge. From lunge pose, if you're in the chair seated, you're just going to keep holding the leg and then stretch one leg out. We're going to stretch the back of the thigh, now the hamstring. If you're on the floor, though, you can move your hips back and now straighten your front leg. You can keep your hands on the chair top. Your left toes can pull towards you. If my foot's getting cut off in the video, the foot's flexed, so the toes pull towards you to deepen the hamstring stretch. Half split, Ardha Hanumanasana. And then we're going to go back to low lunge, push the right hip forward. And release. Good work. Switch sides. So if you're seated, lift the other knee up and hold. Low lunge, good on the hip. If you are on the floor, the right foot goes forward, the left knee slides back. The right knee's over the right heel. The hands are on the chair top, and then you release into low lunge, keeping those hips flexible. Now, I know this class someone asked about knee pain. So if that hurts your knees, but your knee's okay to be on the ground, you can have a carpet or fold a towel and put it under your left knee. Find whatever cushioning you need so there's no pain. And for knee health, just so you know, that front knee, you don't want it going too far like that. It can be a little bit of pressure beyond the heel. So keep it just perpendicular, the knee right over the heel when you look down. And if that's comfortable, take one arm up. And switch. And then start to straighten the right leg, second side half split. So you're stretching that right hamstring. If you're seated, you would stretch the leg in the air. Keep breathing. And then go back to low lunge. Push the left hip forward and hold. And then bring the right knee back, and now we're going to come into puppy dog pose. So you're going to reach the hips back and the arms forward if you're on the floor. And then step one foot forward and then the other, and we're going to come up to standing. Okay, good work. If you're sitting, that's fine. For those of you standing, just take a moment with the feet together. This time you're going to go to the right side of your chair so that your left hand can hold the chair top for support. If you don't need that, just relax your hands. Okay, we're going to come into the stork pose. So to show from the side, you're lifting one leg, if you can, 90 degrees. And you can be on the side of the chair. If you want more support, face the side of the chair, and then you can place your foot up on the chair for support. Okay, you have options. And then try kicking one arm up, or both arms up with no chair and balance, stork pose. Really stretch those arms up though. You're on one leg now, so we're working on balance and concentration. And lower down, close the eyes, relax, and mountain pose. And we'll switch sides. You're going to either hold the right hand of the chair and take the left leg up 90 degrees. You can just take the left arm up, or you can turn and face the side of the chair and then place your left foot on the chair top, a little more support. And then you could try both arms up from there, or a little harder if your leg's in the air 90 degrees. And hold and breathe. Relax the face. Focus on one point that's not moving. Good work. Release, shake it out. Okay, good work. All right, next up, we're going to work on some tricep strength, strengthening the back of the arms. You can do this seated. You'll lean a little forward. I'll show this standing. If you're able to stand, feel free to stand so that way you can add in your leg strength. So if you need support from the chair, have a seat for this one. Otherwise, you're going to drop into a squat. The knees face the toes, the feet are hip width, feet parallel, and let your toes turn out. And then you're going to let the back of the hands face up to the sky and lift the arms as high as you can. Okay, I call this one playing basketball on the ceiling. You kind of gaze forward or down and start to imagine you're dribbling a basketball on the ceiling. Think of the upper arm bones lifting up as high as you can, and then don't go too far down. So you're not going all the way. That's shoulder swings. Instead, you're lifting the arm bones high and then dribble the basketball. So keep the upper arm bones lifting up, up, up. Okay, second exercise. Now you're going to keep the back of the hands facing up. You're going to bring the arm bones in towards each other and out, up and down, in and out, up and down, in and out, up and down, a little faster, in, out, up, down, in, out, up, down. For those of you standing, bend the knees a little more, strengthen those legs, drop into a squat. In, out, up, down, tricep work. If it's too much, take a break. Otherwise, keep going. In, out, up, down, palms facing the sky. Good, second set. Go right into it if you don't need a break, dribbling the basketball. Okay, last. In, out, up, down. Second and last set. In, out, up, down. In, out, up, down. Back of arm strengthening. I feel that. Do you? In, out, up, down. In, out, up, down. If you're standing, feel free to drop the knees a little more. Get into those strong legs. Also good for the knee health. Keep the thighs strong. Keep squatting. Squat, squat. Okay, now hold the arms up. Hold, 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 and release. Good work. Have a seat. You did it. You did it. So far, we've done chair push-ups for the bicep, and that was for triceps arm exercises. So now let's roll it out, big circles. Okay, now let's stretch it out. Take the arms wide, cross your right arm over the left. If you can get your left forearm, so you bend your left elbow, to hug the right upper arm bone in, try that. And then release. Take your left arm in, bend your right elbow, hug the left upper arm in towards you and pull. And release. And now let's crisscross your arms. Your palms face down. One arm goes on top, and then you take them as far back as you can. And then you switch. One arm on top and back, crisscrossing. And then relax your arms, close the eyes, just settle in for a moment to mountain pose. Take some conscious, slow, deep breaths through the nose. Letting your arms relax. Okay, now we're going to stretch the IT band, the outer thigh, with pigeon posture. So this is helpful for your back and hips to stay happy and free of pain. So you're going to lift your left leg up. If you can comfortably cross your left ankle on top of the right thigh, you'll do that. Otherwise, you can just go halfway or whatever you need, maybe a belt to support you, and then flex your left foot. See if you can keep going, maybe bow forward. And then we'll switch sides. Take your right leg up. If you can comfortably cross your ankle on the thigh, we'll do that. And then breathing in. As you exhale, you have an option to deepen that outer thigh stretch by leaning forward. And release. Bring your legs together. Close the eyes a moment. Sit tall. Observe the hips and the outer legs. Now let's cross your right leg over left for a spinal twist seated. Relax the back and straighten the back because you're sitting nice and tall. So take your right hand behind you. That means you have to move forward to get your hand on the seat. And then as you breathe in, take the left arm up. As you breathe out, cross the left arm over the right leg and gently twist to the right. You can also turn the head looking to the right. Hold and breathe. We'll release. Find center. You may want to close the eyes a moment and pause. Observe your back. And then we'll switch. Cross your left leg over the right. Take your left hand behind you. Support your hand not over the chair back, but on the chair base. Inhale and stretch your right arm up. As you exhale, cross your right leg over the left and gently twist to the left. Spinal twist. Gently. No strain, no force. And close your eyes and breathe. And release, find center, another mindfulness moment. We're going to close the eyes and we just pause between the postures and observe. Notice the back and the stomach. And two more postures now. Seated, we're going to stretch the top of the shoulders with eagle arms and then cow's face for shoulder flexibility. So take your right arm over the left and give yourself a hug. Lift the elbows up and then lift the hands up. If you want to hook your hands, you can. And that's the posture basically for the arm part. You lift your elbows up as the shoulders go down. So if your right arm's over the left, you can cross your left leg over the right and lean forward. That's the seated version. If you want to stand, come up to standing, and you would do the same thing. But your right leg would bend, and you're crouching forward and balancing, okay? That will work on strength. So you can choose seated or standing. If you want to challenge, try the standing. And then when you're ready to switch sides, you will switch. You take your left legs over, if your left arm's over the right, take your hands up. And you'll cross your right leg over the left. You can lean forward, but then reestablish a lift to the elbows. Same thing if you're standing. If your left arm's over, right leg over, whichever side you did, if your right arm's over, left leg is over. Eagle, seated or standing. When you come out and have a seat, roll the shoulders a few times. And then let your eyes close, relax your shoulders. Relax the body. Notice the breath. And now, cow's face pose. Take your right hand behind the head if comfortable. Press your hand back into the head, almost nice lift through the upper body. And then take your left hand first touch your right elbow and then release your right hand toward your middle back. And then take your left hand behind you with the back of the hand touching the lower back. And then start to crawl or wiggle your fingers towards each other. Maybe the fingers can hook. You can also use a belt or towel. Cow's face, which is the arm part. Then release, roll it out with the shoulders. And we'll switch. Take your left hand to the back of the head. Press your head back. Take the right arm up and over. If you can touch your elbow, release your left hand towards the middle back. And then release your right hand, bring the back of the hand towards the lower back and start to crawl the fingers towards each other. Maybe the fingers can hook. And then press the head back to the hands again. Don't let your head be pulled forward. It's a cow's face called Gamukasana in Sanskrit. And then release, circle the shoulders, and then circle the arms with it if you like. Keep those shoulders nice and loose. And one more arm movement while we're here. Take your arms like a scarecrow shape. Bring the elbows in line with the shoulders. Take the hands back, and then move your hands up and down. Actually, while we're here, let's add in a little upper back twist. We did a full twist, but it's just more for the upper back. So elbows in line with shoulders if you can, and now you're going to twist to the left and the right. Inhale left, exhale right. And then inhale all the way up. Exhale, spread the fingers, big circle down. Relax in the mountain pose, close the eyes. And let your arms and shoulders relax. And this next one might feel silly and funny if you're looking at someone, but if no one's there, do this nice little release for your muscles of the face. It's called lion's breath or lion's pose, Simhasana. So I'll explain it and then you'll do it. No one can see you. You can face your computer or whatever you're looking at or phone on the screen. You're basically going to inhale. You sit tall. You're going to focus at an imaginary point between the eyebrow. When you exhale, you're going to spread your fingers. That's your lion pose. Stretch your hands to the knees. You can arch the back a little bit. Your tongue's going to go down and the eyes roll up. So it's inhale through the nose. Exhale, tongue down, eyes up. And then you close the eyes and relax. So try it. If you're new to this, it feels silly. I gave you a warning, but it feels so good after. You're basically doing some yoga for the face. So try on your own 3 times. You inhale. Exhale, lion's breath. Close the eyes when you're done. Relax the face. I always want to smile after that. You notice if you want to smile, you're releasing tension in the face. Okay, good work. By the way, the reason why Da Vinci, my father's dog, was in this class today because they drove down 6 hours yesterday to Santa Barbara to see my father, who's 86 now. Literally just for like a day, not even 24 hours, and I'll drive back soon after this class. So I know that's silly. I drove 12 hours to see my dad, 24 hours, but he's 86. I love him and I'm happy to see him. But the nice thing, I do yoga because of my father, and that's why I teach, because I was raised with the vegetarian diet and my father was doing yoga. And right now he's upstairs and I'm hearing his yoga chants in the background. He practices every day and it's very inspirational. So that's a nice little blessing for me. I'm teaching here chair yoga and I'm hearing in the background some sweet yoga chants. I don't think you can hear it, but anyway, just sharing that with you all. Unfortunately, Da Vinci's not with me now. We already did our down dog, but we're gonna do just a few more very gentle poses and then a nice long relaxation today with some sound, a little sound bath with some, I'm gonna play a little Indian instrument. But let's just do 1 or 2 more seated or standing poses you can choose to keep the body strong and flexible. So if you're going to do the standing version, you're going to stand behind your chair, bring your left hand on the chair, and then turn the body to the right. And then you're going to take the legs wide, about 3 feet wide. Okay, it's triangle pose. If you're seated, just join it on the upper body. If you're seated, it'll feel like crescent moon. It's a side bend. But for the standing version, your legs are straight. You turn your left toes to the chair. And then your right heel away from you. So that's the, let me get this angle better. Hold on. So it's your left toes to the left and the right heel to the right. That's just so you don't twist your knee. And then you reach your right arm over the ear. The left elbow can bend. Sorry for not great angles here on the screen, but I'm doing my best. So your left elbow bends and the right arm over the ear. That's extended triangle. And then you press the right foot to the ground. You can stretch that hip. Inhale to come up. Step it forward. If that's too much, just do the seated version. Just enjoy the side bend without the legs. Otherwise, second side, you take your legs wide, and then switch sides, rotate your feet. So the front toes point to the chair, the back heel points away from it. And then you bend your front elbow. So you're hinging at the hips, the legs kind of straight here. And then the top arm can go over the ear with the palm down. Extended triangle with the support of the chair. If the chair's not there, the only difference is your hand would be on the leg. That might be uncomfortable. So you can support your body. Inhale to come up. And then release. And then face the chair back if you're standing with the hands on the top of the chair. We're going to do a wide leg forward bend. So your toes are going to point forward or even a little bit towards each other. So you just basically don't want to turn your toes out so your knees are comfortable. And then you're going to rest your forearms on the chair base, reaching the hips back, bend the knees if you need. That's for wide leg forward bend. If you're seated, you can just take your legs wide and bow forward. If you want to go further, bring your hands on the chair base where you sit instead of the chair top. You can do either. And then you can rest your head there, stretching the hamstrings. Come out, walk your toe ends to toe heel. If you want to drop into one more squat like we did earlier, you can drop all the way down. Option to balance with the palms in prayer, or you can interlock the fingers, reaching the arms up overhead, squeezing the thighs together. And then lowering the arms down. And we are going to ease into relaxation pose now for a nice long relaxation. I'm going to play a nice little instrument. I don't know if you can hear it over the video, but while you relax, I'll play a little music at first. So first thing, if you're seated, you're just going to sit back against your chair back. Seated in corpse shavasana with the back of the hands on the thigh. If you're comfortable to get down on the ground, you can lay on your back with your legs elevated on the chair. You may want to squat down, roll to the side, and then have your feet supported on the chair. The arms can relax about a foot away from the hips with the back of the hands on the chair. I'm sorry, not on the chair, on the floor. So meaning your palms face up to the sky for relaxation. So take a moment, see which pose feels best, and then first roll your head side to side. And then find the head centered over the spine. Make any last small movements you need so that your back is comfortable, whichever pose you chose. And then let the eyes close and just settle into relaxation. Take a slow breath in and out through the nose. As you exhale, just let go completely. Let your back relax. Let your stomach relax. Let your face relax. And just let your whole body relax. And now enjoy the little sound of the instrument while you observe the breath. You don't need to deepen the breath now, just notice it. Let the mind rest deep within yourself, beyond the thoughts, beyond the body, resting awareness within. Slowly deepen the breath without moving the body yet. Just bring awareness back to the body just by noticing the breath. And then as you feel ready, start to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. If you have time or want to stay longer, you can stay longer in the relaxation pose. Otherwise, prepare to come out by stretching your arms overhead. You can interlock your fingers. If you're on the floor, reach the arms back. If you're seated, reach up to the sky, stretch the fingers up. And then lower the hands down on the legs. Just let your eyes close a moment, sitting tall, and just feel your body after the exercises and the relaxation. And we're going to end just 3 rounds, very simple, of a alternate breathing exercise to create calm, and they call a right-left brain balance, called alternate nostril breath. So your right hand, you make a fist, and then you stretch your pinky out, your thumb, and your ring finger. You turn the hand to face the nose, so your thumb's going to close the right nostril. We're going to breathe out and in slow. And then you take your ring finger, close the left nostril, and you breathe out and in slow. You're basically alternating. So just slow. So close the eyes, breathe in both nostrils, close the right nostril, breathe out and in left nostril. Slowly. And you switch. You close the left nostril, breathe out and in right nostril, slow. Try it on your own 3 times. After your 3rd round, just lower both hands, touch the thumb to first finger on both hands, rest them in the lap, Close the eyes. Watch 3 slow, deep breaths in and out both nostrils. See how you feel after the yoga practice. Yoga includes and included today not just the exercises for the physical body, but we did some breathing to calm the nervous system and help the mind focus and relaxing, which is good not just for the body and the muscles, but for the mind as well. So both are important. So I hope you enjoyed. You're going to rub your hands together, wake your body up a little bit, warm the hands. You can place one hand over the other around the heart area. Just thank your body. Thank yourself for doing the work. And with the palms to prayer, we'll do a virtual namaste. Namaste. And I always leave a few extra minutes in this class if anyone has